And here comes the former IBF World Heavyweight Champion, Tony Tucker, whose last fight was against J. Ray Thompson, whom he knocked out in the first round at the Great Western Forum. And that one, interestingly enough, Ferdy, he weighed 249.5 pounds.
Yeah, his last 4 or 5 fights, he's varied between 241, 251. This is the first time he's as low as 235. He must be getting serious.
And you can see the difference in height. Startling.
Can you think that should be licensed? You look at a guy 6'5" over 5'9", 235 over 213. 213 is fully closed with Reeboks, a Rolex watch, and all the chains he can get on. So you know that this should be a mismatch, but you know it's not because of the talent that's involved.
Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. He is wearing white trunks with orange and blue trim and hailing from Beverly Hills, California. His weight, 235 pounds. His record, 40 wins, only 1 defeat, with 33 big wins by way of knockout. He is the former IBF Heavyweight Champion of the world. They call him the Big Oaks Thunder, Tony TNT Tucker. Is the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring with white trunks and orange trim as he represents First Fighters Squadron in Campo, California. His weight is a ready 213 pounds. His fine record, 29 wins, only 2 defeats, 15 wins by way of knockout, and he is the NABF Heavyweight Champion known as ORLIN Juice Norris.
Okay, I'm going to let both corners know right now, since the trunks are where they're at, I'm considering this a legal punch on both boxers. Gentlemen, I give you both your instructions in your respective dressing rooms. Give me a clean fight inside. Good luck to both of you.
No, I would say one thing before we start. Tony Gibson, the referee, said something I've been waiting all my life to hear a referee say. Because of where the trunks are, he's not going to consider it a low blow if they get hit on that band where it says Juice and TNT. I've been waiting all my life to hear a referee say that. That's intelligent. If the trunks are too high, it's not a low blow. It's landed up there.
Boy, it's kind of a startling difference when you're at ringside here, when you just come out of a fight with the guys that weigh 108 pounds, and you go up into the heavyweight division and you see Tucker in there at 235. By the way, since the Tyson fight, when he weighed 221, so he's still well above that. Tucker's average, as you alluded to earlier, 246 pounds per fight.
You know, if the Juice, which is the name that they've given ORLIN Norris, comes from the First Fighter Squadron, off of what we're looking at, TNT is from a bomber squadron, heavy bomber squadron. Look at the size of that's TNT. Tony Tucker.
Freddie, would you agree that Tucker is a good technical fighter in the ring?
Yes, he had great promise when he started. He unfortunately got himself involved with drugs, and that is highly destructive to your reflexes and your ability to fight. He had all the talent to be up there. He could have knocked out Mike Tyson. If he got himself back to where he was, he would be still a contender for the title of Tyson. ORLIN says it's easier to punch, for me to punch up than for him to punch down. A bit of boxing logic that I have no idea what it means. I wouldn't like to punch up particularly.
Well, when you're 5'9" and fighting as a heavyweight, you invent your own logic.
Yeah, either that or you stay as a body puncher, level with his belly button. Which, by the way, there's been remarkably little body shots here. Not unusual for heavyweights who always are looking for that one key out of here. That one key that unlocks the door to the knockout, a headshot.
Tucker trying to throw the left hook to the body. That'll be difficult for him because Norris, when he bends to throw that left hook to the body, Norris bends down too and doesn't give him anything to shoot at.
There's nothing but those big arms in front of him. He really has nothing there. Tucker shooting dynamite, no question about that. He's looking for that right hand. If that right hand lands.
There's that uppercut from ORLIN Norris, and it landed. He's been trying it all around, the 4th or 5th one that he's tried, and it finally got through.
Tucker's been making the fight. He's not really landing anything effectively, but he's been doing all the punching. ORLIN Norris apparently just waiting for that one opening. Figuring that the longer it goes, the more it is in his advantage because Tucker tires out.
ORLIN Norris had only 9 knockouts in his first 22 fights. He was pretty much a boxer then. but he just felt that he had to change his style to market himself for running to be more effective. Boy, Norris is really loading up, missing, but nonetheless, he is throwing bombs, Sunday shots.
Watch his counter punch. You know, these two guys have thrown everything they can. Here comes that uppercut. Because TNT was so exposed, he'd thrown 2 big shots and he was all off balance. That's what they want. The corner wants ORLIN NORRIS to do. Jab, watch, wait for it. As far as TNT is concerned, you heard him say, listen, all you got to do is fight a one-handed fight. Just jab, jab, and then turn a hook off the jab.
You agree with that?
No, absolutely not. God gave you 2 arms. Defend yourself with.
The trouble for Norris, of course, with his reach disadvantage and the height disparity is he wants to get inside, but Tucker's got a pretty good stick with that jab.
Good right hand by ORLIN NORRIS. He got in there with a jab, and that right hand followed with a hook.
Norris is in his second stint as the NABF champion. He won it recently with a first-round knockout of Lionel Washington. Tucker trying to go to the body again with that left hook. Norris has had a couple of impressive victories over opponents with names in the heavyweight division. Ronaldo Snipes a few years back, and also Greg Page he defeated.
Oh, nice boxing by Norris. Did you see? He just kept moving his head, and TNT just missed every punch. That was nice. A little smile playing on the face of ORLIN NORRIS, as if saying, you know, I'm a better boxer than you are. What are you trying to hit me for?
Left hook and then a right hand by ORLIN NORRIS. One thing you must also consider tonight in terms of Tony Tucker is he's 32 years old. You don't normally associate him with being an aging fighter. But at 32, he's slowed down some probably from the fighter who faced Mike Tyson.
Well, he had a lot of little excursions in the drug rehabilitation programs, and that makes you miss a bunch of fights, and you don't see him, you don't think about him, you don't think about him getting old. He's getting old, and he's not in the greatest shape that he could be in because of the drug problem. You cannot fool with drugs and be an athlete. I'm convinced of it.
Norris trying to work to the body. There it again, the right hand and then the left hook to the body. Tucker tying him up. As we go into the final seconds now of round number 2. Again, good body work from ORLIN NORRIS.
Oh, ORLIN is fresh. He's having fun. The other guy's already starting to look fading.
You planning to run these quizzes throughout the evening?
Yes, I have all kind of traps for you. I do my homework. Tucker has certainly slowed down since the first round. It's only the 3rd round.
Right hand did not connect in the chin, nor slid down to the chest. There's a right uppercut on the break by ORLIN NORRIS.
Inside uppercut on the break. The referee apparently did not notice. But Tucker did. He gave him a very dirty look. All of a sudden, it's Norris the hunter. All of a sudden, he's standing there like a coiled spring, ready to jump up into the face of Tucker.
Box it out there. Box it out there. Ain't no clinch. Let's go. Let's go in the hole.
He's landing good, crisp shots, ORLIN NORRIS. Tucker trying to hook, but those punches are being picked off by ORLIN.
All you see is his punches hitting the gloves of ORLIN NORRIS.
Norris, when he goes into a defensive stance, holds his hands up very high. He's got him up on his forehead, his fists.
And the other thing is he's so strong that he's not moving those gloves back when you hit him. You know, it doesn't do you any good to have those gloves up where they're popping your gloves back into your face. You got to be strong with it. You know, you just don't put them up there. You got to put them up there and hold them up there.
He's picking off a lot of those jabs of Tony Tucker right in midair.
If he has one fault right now, Nolan, I don't get it out yet. Nolan is fighting the right kind of fight, except he's so predictable right now. He looks like he's just coiled up, ready to spring.
Norris trying to go with those body shots. Didn't come up to the head. Went to the body there. He tried the uppercut.
Well, there's no reason, no explanation why ORLIN NORRIS just stood there and took all this body punishment.
Good combination. Those punches are not all landing clean, but they're partially getting through to ORLIN NORRIS. Now let's see if Norris tries to launch the offensive. Yes, he does. Knocks Tucker back into the corner and comes up with a right hand.
Well, it certainly is interesting the way that Norris has figured out Tucker. He's let him wear himself out on his gloves and on his side, and then back he comes, springing forth.
Oh, Tucker grazing the face of ORLIN NORRIS. And Norris coming back. Good action. Last 30 seconds of this round, best we've seen in the fight.
Oh, Norris is cooking.
Get ready for round 4 now. Here we go. Norris had some very effective work, Ferdy, in that last round in the last minute.
He's fighting very intelligently. He is taking all the punches that Tucker wants. He's inviting him to punch to the gloves and even to the side. I thought that was kind of a mistake he was making there, but he apparently is very confident in his condition and his ability to take the body shots of the bigger and stronger punching Tucker.
Tucker, the former IBF heavyweight champion. He won it back in May of 1987. Remember in the unification tournament when he defeated Buster Douglas and stopped him in 10 rounds and then lost it just a couple months later. Didn't even have a chance to enjoy the title. Lost it to Mike Tyson. But in defeat, he gained some admirers that night by going the distance and in the first round really rocking Tyson with a right uppercut.
Tyson still says that was the toughest opponent he's had. That was the last time he went to the distance, I think, Tyson. So he could be proud of that outing.
Tucker at times fighting mechanically in this bout.
Yeah, he's not fighting with fire. He's fighting from memory, apparently. And you know, the little smile of Norris is endearing to everybody but Tucker. He just seems to be having such a wonderful time.
He's coming in, and I think Norman's a little message to Tucker that, hey, you can't keep me off with your left jab. Keep sticking it out there. I'm coming at you. This fight is scheduled for 12, and Orlin Norris showing no fear nor intimidation by the champion, by the former world champion, Tony Tucker. Norris, the NABF champion now.
Well, this is a good lesson in defense for all you young fighters that want to train on how to keep from getting hit. And when he opens with the offense, he's a fierce little fighter. Is Norris, he puts in strong punches.
Yeah, and he throws them in bunches. He's got good hand speed, Ferdy. He showed there when he had the 2 lefts and then followed it up with the crisp right that he can throw combinations at Tucker. He loaded up for a Sunday punch, an overhand right that caught Tucker on the top of the head.
Point builder and crowd pleaser, not hurting. Those little jolting punches he puts in, especially the little hooks, double hooks when he comes in. The second one is catching Tucker right on the jaw. He's outspeeding him even with a jab. This little tiny guy is outspeeding the huge guy with a jab.
Well, trying to make the most of an opportunity and coming in here as an underdog tonight is Orlin Norris, who was effective with his aggression in that last round. And Tony Tucker, while the much bigger man, has not really used his size to fight tall at all times tonight. He tries with that stick, but Norris has been able to solve it and get close to it. As he does there, coming across with the left to the body and the overhand right.
And what you're watching is the extremely slowed reflexes of Tucker.
That was a short jolting left hook, though, by Tucker. Orlin Sr. fought himself a little.
How strange it is when you follow boxing that the sons of great fighters are not any good, and then the sons of bad fighters turn out to be champions. Low blow.
Stop punching.
That's the
Both of you, keep them up. Keep them up.
Toby Gibson finally getting in and saying a little bit about the low blow. They have not been excessive, nor have they been violent.
Those punches were not cleanly landed by guys, but he's coming forward. He's getting close. He's getting within the distance that he needs to be effective against Tony Tucker.
He's getting two C's, close and careless. The first one's good. The second one's not too good. He's getting to enjoy this so much, he's getting careless when he gets in.
I've had the feeling he's really enjoying the combat in there tonight.
I can't remember when a fighter smiled as much as this guy has. Watch for this left hand. Now you see the miss by the right, but he doesn't quit. He comes right back with the left hand. Boom, right up on the forehead of Tucker.
I want to see Al Bernstein in a cowboy hat. I bet he can wear it fine.
You know, one of the knocks on Tucker is that even when he was great, he gets out hustled. He goes to sleep. He doesn't work hard every round. Well, so far he hasn't worked hard at all, except in the first round. He's just been out hustled. Charlie Hustle out here has been Olin Norris.
Yeah, you know, I think that's an interesting point, Ferdy, and it's well taken, because even in the fight when he won the heavyweight title against Buster Douglas, he was getting out hustled for 7-8 rounds by Douglas.
That's right.
Before Douglas got tired.
Abdicated.
Yes.
Resigned without prejudice.
That was respectful.
Filed Chapter 11 in the corner.
We are in the 6th round. Tony Tucker and the white trunks with the orange stripe. Well, there's not much to choose as far as the trunks between these two, but I think you can tell them apart.
Well,
Norris is the small guy and Tucker the big guy. Tucker's been working out in the same gym in Santa Monica. Good left hook by Tucker.
That was a nice left hook. These are hard punches he's putting out here. It's almost like he's listening to the commentary and saying, I'm going to show you, I'm back here fighting.
Tucker's been working at the same gym that Thomas Hearns has been working out to get ready for his fight with Virgil Hill in Santa Monica, California. Norris reaching Tucker with jabs. I tell you, if that becomes the case, if Norris can reach Tucker with jabs, that's going to spell big trouble for Tony Tucker.
Absolutely, and he's doing it. As short as he is, he's doing it.
Good right hand by Tucker, caught Norris coming in, but boy, did he take that well. Norris didn't even flinch, and it was a solid shot to the jaw.
And those were two good a thumping body shot, but a nice hook by Tucker. Every once in a while, he wakes up and he looks just good. If you just keep up the concentration, he can't stay focused. He gets discouraged when he's just hitting gloves and he lightens up on the punch. Low blow. That was a low blow by Tucker. His corner counting out 10, meaning do something, steal around. Well, he's got this round anyway. Got to survive it.
Final seconds of the 6th round, a left hook near the end of the round by Tony Tucker to the body. And we follow the challenger in this NABF heavyweight title fight,
Just
Tony
keep doing
Tucker.
what you're doing, okay? Yes. You're looking good, okay? You're getting better as you go.
Let's look at this sharp action. Now, there is a nice hook. Had that landed right on the money with Tucker, it could have been lights out. Now, as you see, I see the marching parade of 10s for Norris because he's winning just about every one. He's coming up 59 to 55. Yet, in Tucker's corner, they're saying that he's pitching a masterpiece. That was the word. McKinley said, stay on doing what you're doing. You're fighting a masterpiece.
Freddie, I think I might have disagreed with you on the scoring of that last round, but I know one thing, I wouldn't be as excited. Actually, his cornermen looked a lot more excited about things than Tony Tucker did in the corner.
It was a very close round. It could have very easily gone to Tucker.
Tucker trying to base everything off the jab. We're going to measure him for the right.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Doing it again.
Uh-oh.
Close that glove up.
When you do that and you load up with that right hand, you can get hit because you're just waiting to throw that with all the power you got.
Right now, we are in round 7 between Tony Tucker and Orlin Norris. There have been no knockdowns in this fight.
Norris falling into the trap of repeating the same punches over and over again. Nice shots from Tucker. Nice combination from Tucker.
And he managed to force Norris to take a step back, and that's unusual for this fight. Norris hadn't, but Norris comes firing back. There's a good right by Norris.
It's kind of like target practice. He just sort of aims at a moving target. It's like duck shooting or something the way this guy is fighting, Norris is fighting. Whereas you see Tucker, just his toes are digging in. He just wants to land that big bomb, change this thing around.
Left hook by Norris grazed the face. Tucker was pulling away. Now this has turned into a beautiful evening here in Las Vegas as we start the 8th round of this heavyweight bout between Orlin Norris and Tony Tucker.
You know, I looked down at my scorecard. I can't believe this. It's got to be that Tucker's won some of these rounds, and we're looking at this thing one-sided. But I just, as the rounds progress, you count the punches, you count the guy who's backing the other guy up, and it comes out Norris all the time. Every once, is that a hard or a soft warning?
Well, these have been close rounds, Ferdy, in large part, but a lot of 10-9 rounds. What can you do? They add up.
I'm just looking at it. When you look at a thing like that, sometimes you get on somebody's case and you just don't see it right. But I see that Norris continues to come in, block all the shots, control the action, is the guy that lands the more effective punches, and usually is backing up the larger guy. See, he's chasing him and landing that shot to the side.
Come on, let's
now,
go.
what was
Come
that?
on.
Tucker was bothered by that shot to the hip, it appeared.
Well, he's been getting hit there all the time. You know, the rib, especially hits a short rib, where that starts to hurt after a while. And that's apparently right where he's drilling it.
Norris coming in wild with the left hook.
That's silly on his part, because when you get wild and off your feet is when you can get drilled. Well, there's nothing that feels worse than being off your feet and getting hit a hard counterpunch.
Tucker still does a lot of things, though, in textbook fashion. He throws a nice left hook. He's got a nice jab. He goes to the body well with his left hook, too, but he just doesn't do enough.
Hey, Tucker, look at that. He's shaking his head. Every time he gets hit on the side, he's shaking his head. It's Tucker. It's bothering him back there. Something that Norris has picked up. This corner is saying, same spot, go right to it. You know, in Tony Tucker, you're looking at a major disappointment, because he had such talent, such size, such reflexes. He was such a superior fighter. When he got to be the champion, you thought, boy, he's going to be up here for a while. Oh, nice right hand by Tucker. He landed it right on the side of Norris's head. The first clean, good right hand he's landed. He is not getting hit clean. Oh, that was a clean shot. Now, that was a clean shot. The sweat flew from Norris, who had his back to us. I didn't see the exact location of the punch. Boy, there was a lot of sweat coming off his head.
Tucker trying to put some punches together and enjoying a pretty good round.
Yes, he is. The best round.
There's that shot to the hip again, and he complains to the
him
ref.
up. One hard warning.
Another hard warning.
One soft and one hard. I wonder if two softs make a hard warning.
We are through 8 rounds of this NABF heavyweight title fight, and there's Orlin Norris. We are live at Caesar's Palace.
Tucker's good punch. This might have won the round for him. I gave him the round, the first round. Ooh, look at that. That means that Norris can take it. Norris came back with a body shot.
And I would have liked to have seen Tucker throw that right hand, perhaps following his jabs a little bit more tonight. Or as you mentioned, Ferdy, to counter off of those left jabs that Orlin Norris is throwing.
Good hard jabs, but hitting gloves.
He tried to jab to the body and then managed to get one in there between the two gloves.
By the time he gets there, it's hit both gloves. It's ricocheted in there. It's not effective. Pace slowed down a little bit, but it's still Norris making the fight. It's still him chasing, blocking the shots, and trying to land his thumping body shots. Big roll of tape coming off of Tucker, and they got to stop it and redo the tape. And now here we go again. We resume.
Stacy McKinley in the corner retaping the glove of Tony Tucker. He's managed by Jack Cohen.
Oh,
man, Norris just wound up with that left hand. Wound up and missed. That takes a little out of you when you miss like that.
I tell you what it takes a little out of is Tucker thinking, oh, why didn't I throw something just then? He's coming in like Joe Frazier used to. You know, all out. He doesn't care. He just launches himself like a human comet. I mean, that's the kind of aggression that you expect from a little guy. Oh, another good hammering shot to the head of Norris.
Yep, he caught that.
By Tucker.
Caught that shot coming in again.
But it's high on the forehead. It was high up here. Look at that. Oh, just as Tucker started to come on to save the round, and too late. This is like a meteor. Missed by a mile and missed by 2 miles. I mean, he almost launched himself in space. And, you know, that does tire you out when you do that.
Tenth round, Orlin Norris at 5'9", and Tony Tucker at 6'5".
And it's beginning to look like if Norris stays busy, as his corner just said, you just heard him say, stay busy. If he does, and if he keeps piling up these points, it appears that the only way that Tucker can win this fight is by a knockout. Second hard warning to Tucker. That's about the only way. I guess with a third, you lose a point. His corner said pants are too high anyway.
Norris aggressive. Coming faster now, it appears, Ferdy.
Yeah, he's been told to keep busy. It's been his fight all the way. He hasn't been hurt. He might be getting a little careless. Norris here has been having it all his way. He might get careless.
Tucker, though, does have his moments. That's what keeps it interesting, and he's still in the fight.
Yeah, Tucker has not quit. He hasn't. He's lost his attention span every once in a while, but that's his nature. But he's tried. No disgrace in Tucker's performance. He's tried. He's just in with a little guy that's much faster, has excellent boxing moves. Oh, low. That deserves a hard warning.
Tucker still trying to get his jab to work and to keep Orlin Norris on the end of it.
As Tucker has slowed.
Good combination, Tony Tucker. A couple of jabs, came in with a quick right and then a crisp left.
Norris is fighting completely different. He's slowed down. He hasn't got any kind of pace to him like he had before.
Here comes Tucker, but he missed most of those shots.
He missed all of his shots and got a nice low blow for his effort. Good, lucky that the referee was on the other side, or he got his third hard warning, which I imagine means he's going to lose a point. He's fighting very slow as Norris. All of a sudden, it's just like he went into slow gear. He's not even punching with the same intensity. Oh, he's heading into troubled times.
Final seconds, round 10.
All right, let's see if Norris has gotten recharged in his corner. They said, well, you blew that round. I thought he did. You blew that round. We need these two. It's 11 and 12. And the corner correctly is telling Norris to step it up again. Suck it up. Come up with something.
Again, a situation, though, like in the previous fight with Chiquita Gonzalez and Melcher Cobb Castro, several close rounds along the way.
Come on, let him up.
Tucker at 32, still a pretty graceful guy.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. With that set of punches, you could see the talent that the man had, the grace, the ability to dominate this sport that he had. Every once in a while, you see flashes of that greatness. And then it fades, and the little man comes on and outspeeds him. Find this round a dull round. I mean, nothing has happened here. There hasn't been a great deal of production. Uh-oh, here goes a point. One.
Is he going to take one away? Yes, he is.
Up.
All right, deduct 1 point from Orlin Norris.
So that makes it.
That could be a factor here tonight.
He had won the round, so you take a point away.
That make you mad, so you don't call it on him?
Write it down.
How does the scorecard look?
I got Norris ahead, 106 to 102, meaning Tucker's got to win. But remember, as you pointed out, a lot of these rounds have been close. And while we were on that long streak.
Come on, gentlemen, let's go. Orlin, you keep it up. You keep off his neck.
He tried to go with the old Muhammad Ali trick on his neck, pushing down.
You might as well. Nothing else is stopping this guy. Now, this could be a round. This could be a round. It's extremely important to Tucker. Tucker must take this. Finish this fight looking good. It's a possibility that the judges are looking at it differently, but I see that I think superior speed, superior boxing technique, and blocking of shots has won this fight if he survives the round for Norris.
Two clashed heads inside. Tucker looked a little bothered by that. Still, boy, that left is still quick from Tony Tucker. Snaps out. Norris landed one left, but then missed the follow-up right.
Again,
Stay off that neck. Second warning. Let's go. Stay off it.
Second warning means the third one, and he can lose this one.
Tucker trying to put some punches together, punching combinations. That's what he did earlier in his career to such good effect.
Okay, come on, let's go. Watch the head.
But Norris,
Watch them heads.
Norris has that radar that just avoids the punches. He looks like he will, if he gets caught leaning back that far, he's going to get drilled into the canvas. But so far, Tucker has not been able to land it. The throws and combinations are beautiful, but they're not effective. They're not hurting Norris. What now? The mouthpiece went out.
Mouthpiece to the corner, wash it off, and then replace it.
Let's go.
Yep, they didn't even get a wash.
Not too hygienic.
Good right to the body, just above that. Now the two exchange punches. Norris landing first, and then Tucker trying to fire back.
Whoa, Tucker dangerously put his hand on Norris's head again. And one more, and he loses this one. Norris punching much better now. For the last 2 rounds, he sort of took a vacation. He's starting to get a little sharper again. Harder. Oh, that landed, but not hard.
Good combination from Orlin Norris. That last right sent Tucker's head back a bit. 30 seconds left in this fight.
Entertaining fight, which because of the size difference and the absolute amazing ability of Norris to outthink, outspeed the larger man and outpunch him, actually. Be an interesting thing to see if the judges see it as we do. A one-sided victory for Orlin Norris.
Go, let him out. Come on, let him out.
There it is. This fight goes the distance, and immediately the arms go up from Orlin Norris. He feels that he has won this bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 championship rounds of boxing, we have a split decision, and here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Paul Smith, scores the bout 114-113, Orlin Norris. Bill Graham scores the bout 117-110, Tony Tucker. Judge at ringside, Patricia Jarman, scores the bout 116-111 in favor of the winner and the new NABF heavyweight champion, Tony TNT Tucker.
Well, there's a split decision for Tony Tucker that is met with a mixed reaction, to say the least, from the crowd here on hand. Tony Tucker running his record to 41-1. It was not an easy fight for Tony. He was a one-sided winner on one of the cards at 117-110. Orlin Norris had a 1-point victory on the cards of one of the judges, but the deciding judge, Patricia Jarman, scored a 116-111 for Tony TNT Tucker. So he has defeated Orlin Norris tonight on a split decision and taken his NABF crown away from him.
How did you feel about the fight as it was going on?
Oh, I know I had control of the fight, the whole fight, but like I did in Tyson fight, I had to use basically my left hand. You know, me and my trainer, Roosevelt McKinley, my manager here, Jack Cohen, and Ed Wicks here, we all worked on, you know, with this man right there.
Well,
anyway, we worked hard before this fight, you know, and I think I sprung my right hand.
Was he hard to solve? It seemed like you couldn't get to that peekaboo of his.
Yeah, he had a good defense, you know, and but I figured I'd keep him out at range with the jab. I kept him with the jab. I know he couldn't throw no shots, you know. But I'll be back, you know, and I'll be looking better and better. You know, this is just my sixth fight coming back, you know, and letting everybody know that I'm serious. I'm coming back.
Since we're in a hurry to get to the Hearns fight, I would like to leave you, and I think you can't punch fast enough for me to get out. I thought the other guy had won the fight. Wait a minute. I thought the other guy had won the fight because of his superior defense, but you look good in coming back.
That's all right. We'll win the next one.
Okay.